Do you sleep with socks on?
No.
I think you have to be a weird psychopath to sleep with socks on.
I get so uncomfortable.
And hot.
I get really uncomfortable, actually.
Even when I'm like sick, because I'll get people like, oh, you should sweat the cold out, put on some socks and a hoodie and stuff like that. No, the socks have to be off.
Yeah, socks are not a go.
I have to be under the covers.
They're not a go.
Have a fan going at all times.
Always.
What's like your nightly ritual before you go to bed?
If I go to bed?
Yeah.
Like in bed or before bed?
Before bed. Are you watching like Netflix, stuff like that?
Yeah, I'll put on I put on a show so that I like don't think of the demons. and then I put it off and I just fall asleep.
So I like to, this is ridiculous, but I have a tendency to watch like Ghost Adventures before.
Why?
I know. Go ahead. Go.
No,
go.
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 Why?
No. Go.
Do you
Why?
not finish it off with like a good show after?
No, because I'm like scared, and then this is gonna sound ridiculous. So in my apartment, I have this hallway in my bedroom, so I have 2 night lights because I don't want. I just got finished watching Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be scared and have some demon pop in on me
you don't want
in the
that.
middle of the night.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, you always need a nightlight.
Do you have one?
Yeah, of course.
'Cause you're scared of the
I have
dark,
fairy lights
so.
and lights on at all times.
You do.
Of course.
So what are you watching on TV right now?
Right now, I have so many shows I'm juggling.
I need. So I just got finished watching The Circle.
Oh my God, I'm watching that right now.
You are? Did somebody put you up to watching The Circle?
It's so funny.
Who's your favorite character? And I'll tell you who's mine, and then I'll tell you who's Michelle's favorite character.
I like Shoe Bomb.
Everybody likes Shoopy.
He's my favorite. I love him.
You know what it is? He's just so likable.
He's so likable. It's his photos that he chooses.
Right.
It's so like.
Everybody loves Shuby. I think Chris is dope.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy how there's literally people on that show catfishing people.
I know.
And no one has any idea
I know.
who did you get to the episode where it was the guy help me out, the guy with the Birkenstocks? Do we know who we're talking? The Birkenstock. You probably didn't get to that episode yet. The Circle.
Don't spoil it for me.
Okay, so you haven't gotten that far yet, because when you get
Is
to
this Adam?
Is that him? Is that Adam? Adam. Okay, so it's Adam and I thought he was the worst player ever.
Okay.
I thought he needed to get off the show.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know which one you're talking about. Is it Adam? If it's
I think it's Adam, yeah.
I don't like him at all.
Right.
Yeah. I hope he moves off soon.
So you haven't seen it. Okay, so let's move on.
Yeah.
No, it's a great
Pass.
show.
I'm in the process. I've watched like 6 episodes in the past day. So.
Oh yeah, so you haven't got to that part yet.
No.
All right, so let's just like move on from that question.
Yeah.
What else are you watching?
Right now, I mean, I always watch Gossip Girl sometimes. I watch The Office right now. I'm trying to like get through that.
I've never seen one episode of The Office.
Honestly, I used to be like that where I would watch like 15 minutes of it and I'd get bored.
Mm-hmm. And
then I'd be like, I can't watch this. For the past like 2 years, I've been trying to watch it. And then now like my friend is forcing me to watch it.
You know what I just started watching?
What?
And I'm like terrified because I watched it at night.
What?
American Horror Story.
Oh God.
Have you seen it?
Why do you do this to yourself?
Because I'm the worst. Literally the worst.
That's so bad.
Last night when I got off of work, so I got off work last night, 2:00.
Okay.
And I actually drove by the house that they were filming in here.
Oh, no.
I know, worst decision
God.
ever. Your boy was shook.
Was it bad?
It wasn't bad, but like I just remembered all the things from the show and started to get chills as I was, driving by.
That's not fun.
At all.
No.
So when did you realize all your friends were fake?
Let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
Well, not all my friends are fake.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of
figured.
It was kind of an exaggeration. I love my friends. They're great.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just like a couple friends at the time that I was like, I'm going to make this into a song. And then it just got kind of, the title got taken out of proportion.
Why? Because everybody's asking you that?
No. I mean, I just like thought it was a cool title.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, if I exaggerate a little bit, it can be like a sick song.
Absolutely.
If I like write it, so write it good and write it right, then it will like make sense.
How was it putting together this EP?
It was so fun. I mean, but it was also a really long process.
Mm-hmm.
Over the past like 2 years, I've been like writing songs and putting them together and in writing sessions with producers and co-writers, and I'd only ever been in my bedroom before, just like writing by myself. So this was the first time actually getting to collab with people, and definitely it was a long process. And then picking my favorite ones and with the label and my managers and trying to figure out like which ones were cohesive and work together, and it's a cool process. I
always wonder, like, when you're in a writing session with like writers and collaborators and things like that, like how do they get you to go to that place to make a song? Does that make sense?
Well, so it's awkward because you walk into these sessions and you've never met these people before, and they're like, all right, what's going on in your life? You're like, Kate. Well, first of all, I'm Tate. Nice to meet you.
Take me out to dinner first, right?
Well, it's like kind of hard to open up like that.
Right.
And I'm like absolutely terrible at talking about my emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So I get in there, I'm like all over the place. Tell this story, this story, this story. And they're like, wait, what? And they're like, who do you want to talk about? I'm like, I don't know. So usually I just say, play a guitar or a piano or whatever, and I'll sing over it, and then I can like improvise lyrics, and whatever my subconscious says, usually we'll write the song about that.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so usually I'll just get on the mic and freestyle, and then like I'll say words.
And people are in there writing the words down as you're singing them.
Well, usually it just like something will come out, and then I'll keep writing on top of that. I'll be like, oh, this will match well with this. And
that's really interesting. I always get, because I felt like songwriting is probably the hardest process when it comes to, I guess, putting together an EP or something like that.
Yeah.
Because, like, how do you even get it together to... Yeah. I know a lot of people talk about, like, past relationships and whatnot.
I mean, it really depends on the session. Some sessions I've finished a song in, like, 20 minutes. And literally put my head down, I write it, and I'm like, I'm done. And they're like, what? It's been 20 minutes. And then some sessions, it's like 9 hours later, you and someone who you're not vibing with at all are sitting there, and you're like, oh, no, we need to finish the song.
So you can get the hell out of here.
Literally. No, some are super painful, and some are the best days of your life. Like, it's one or the other.
Is it because you're burnt, or you're just not vibing with that person?
It's usually the vibes in the room. Because I usually, like, if you're always going to be inspired. You're always going to find inspiration from something. I feel like you can't really run out of inspiration. I mean, there's like writer's block, like not really knowing how to like phrase it. But, you know, if it's the person not egging you on in the right way and not motivating you to approach it from this perspective, then I feel like it's just not going to work.
Do you ever feel like walking away from it and then coming back helps? For
sure. I mean, especially going home. Getting to experience real life and seeing my friends again, seeing people my own age, definitely evokes some emotions that you don't really feel when you're out in LA and doing things like all by yourself. Because you aren't around people and you aren't like feeling things all the time.
Because you're here for work.
Exactly.
I wanted to know, since you're away from home, what's the hardest part about going back and leaving?
Probably like the explaining part. People are like, where did you go? Why did you go? And why were you gone for so long? I'm like, I don't know how to tell you what I did.
Listen, I'm out here getting these checks. No, that's all you guys need to know.
It was good. I sang. It was fine.
And that's all you guys need to know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so bad at that. I'm so bad at talking about myself like that.
Are you?
Yes.
Why is it? Do you just hate the attention?
I'm not a fan of putting attention to myself. In like situations at like school and with my friends and stuff.
Really?
No, I hate it.
And you're a Cancer, aren't you?
Yeah, I know.
And you're supposed to be like enjoying this and loving it and whatnot. And
I mean, I love sharing my music with like people, and I love growing my audience and like obviously taking music and performing and stuff. But I just hate being like the center of attention with my friends.
Do you hate sharing your emotions too? But you're probably super emotional.
Well, I'm like, thing is, okay, I'm a Cancer, but I'm like not a Cancer. And I think it's because I was born 2 weeks late.
Okay, so you were supposed to be not a Taurus?
I think I was supposed to be a Gemini.
A Gemini, okay.
So I don't really know the Gemini things, but...
Me neither. Just the two faces, and I want to stay away from that.
Yeah, so maybe I'm still a Cancer. But, no, I'm not really emotional. Like, I think it's because I'm emotional in my songwriting, and I don't really, like... feel it.
That's your outlet.
That's my outlet, and then my emotions in real life like don't really come out.
Listen, 100%. You got the writing thing going on. That's where you get the emotion out.
Oh yeah.
You're just stoic all the time. So what are you listening to right now?
I mean, I've always been obsessed with Jeremy Zucker.
Really?
He's one of my favorite artists. And Jesse Reyes is amazing. Post Malone I always listen to.
I love Enemies, one of my favorite songs.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, I mean, those are a few artists that I love right now, but...
I love the new SZA and Justin Timberlake. Have you heard it?
I haven't heard it fully yet.
Okay.
I need to listen to it.
It's really good.
Is it good?
That one's really good. I'm a huge R&B head. The Bonfire You Say. I don't know if you heard that one.
Yes.
That's a really good one.
So good.
So if you want to take a listen to those on,
okay.
on your free time.
Okay.
So let's talk about that tour life. How's the tour going so far?
Well, the first tour's finished.
Okay.
The first sold-out tour, which was crazy and really fun.
Uh-huh.
Second tour is in like a month, I think. So that'll be fun.
What's your favorite thing about touring?
Every show. I mean, just jamming out with the band is the best thing ever. I've Zachary, my guitarist, and Carter, the drummer, and they're just the best people ever. We got such a great team, and it's fun to work together.
You're just out there having a jam session and living your best life.
No, it's so fun. Everyone's feeling it so much.
Does it trip you out? Like, let's say you're out in the out up on stage, and the people are in the audience, just like reacting to what you're saying. Does that trip you out?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird to think that they're actually people, you know? Because they're always numbers on a screen. I'm used to YouTube and Instagram and social media and comments, you know? And when you put them into faces, it's the weirdest thing ever. And when you actually, like, talk and, like, they have to respond and you're like, wait, everyone's looking at me, it's kind of weird, you know?
And they're singing along to your songs, too.
That I never thought would ever happen.
How come?
Because I didn't think anyone was going to show up to the show. I didn't think anyone was going to, like, know the songs. I was like, this isn't going to work. That's what I told my managers, like, a month before the show. And they were like, but Tate, it's already sold out. I was like, I still don't believe it. Like, it's not going to work.
Are you a type of person that has birthday parties?
No.
Okay. And the only reason why I ask you that is because you're like you're not sure somebody's gonna show up to the show. So I was like, I wonder if you're that type of person that doesn't have birthday parties because you're afraid that no one's gonna show up.
Well, last time I had a birthday party I was like 3. So
it's been a long time since then.
It's been a while.
That's insane.
I mean, last birthday party, my friend. Okay, this was like kind of a birthday party. I mean, I always go to competitions in Vegas for dance on my birthday. I'm always there, and like last time, they came up into my room at like 1 a.m, like 18 of my friends, and surprised me and took me downstairs out for dinner.
That's cool.
At like 3 a.m. in Las Vegas.
Do you still read the comments, or do you ever read the comments?
Oh, I mean, I'm really bad at reading comments because I feel like you can get in your head so much. And obviously I read as much as I can, but I also don't go on Instagram that much to like scroll and stuff. So I try to ignore as much as I can.
What's the craziest thing you ever seen about yourself in like the comments?
Oh, one of the things that like really annoyed me was she seems like an industry plant. And I was like, that was in like one video, this random interview, something, and it was like this one guy, and I was like, this makes me so mad because I'm like the complete opposite. I feel like I've literally come from like my light up keyboard in my room, and I'm just so.
And what's funny is you can follow the history on YouTube.
I know, and my whole life is documented. So.
I know. How are you an industry plant?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think it was like a 42-year-old man named Joe or something.
And why are you even on this video at this hour, you sir?
I know, weirdo.
Joe, that's crazy. An industry. Do you ever clap back? Please tell me you do.
I mean, sometimes you'll be like, thanks, smiley face.
Oh.
Like.
Nice. You're nice, nasty. Okay. I like that.
I don't know. No, I mean, I don't usually clap back. Sometimes I, like, write it, and my mom's like, you can't post that.
Why not?
Because I feel like I don't want to
have some fun.
I don't ever want to stir up some controversy of, like, comments. And also, they could be, like, 7 and in their room. And
tough. That you shouldn't be on here anyway.
Exactly.
Listen, 7-year-olds need to learn that there are consequences to their actions.
Exactly.
Do you ever like Google yourself and see like some of the things that pop up? I have some of the questions that people are nosy as hell. Hold on.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh no.
Hold on. It says, "What state does Tate live in?" That's nosy. Mind your business. Don't answer that.
Okay.
Let's see. It says, "Where do you have a boyfriend?" Nosy as hell. Don't answer that.
I won't answer that.
I feel like that's not part of their business. Another question. Hardest thing about touring, they said.
These are actually searched up on Google?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah.
People are curious about this.
Yeah.
Damn.
I did a hardcore Google search.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't.
Really?
I didn't think that.
How come?
I mean, I've searched up my name once. It said my net worth was $121 million. I was like, damn, that's nice.
I want to see some of that money.
I want to see it too. Damn. That'd be crazy.
So let's talk about what's next.
Lots of new music.
Okay.
process of filming a lot of brand new music videos.
Mm-hmm.
I just wrote the treatments like a couple days ago. So I'm hoping to like take this next EP, which is going to be released over the next like couple months, and take it to the next level. I mean, we're releasing some really cool songs that I've been sitting on for a second. So,
are you so excited for people to hear your babies? I cannot wait.
I'm very excited.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for talking with me.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.